Congratulations, my friends. You get a weekend off. There you go. A lot of people complain all the time that how can we keep up with all these banners? They keep giving us such good stuff. At least when it comes to ancient summoning this weekend, you're good. No need.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
This is not a good banner. There's no other way to put it. We've got Elddr and we've got Cassiel. Elddr was recently buffed, and you might have noticed after he was buffed, you didn't hear a single word about it because the buff sucked. You can watch my video breaking it down when it was happening. It just is nothing. It's just terrible. They made him super duper slow. Yes, they made him hit AoE. He has the 2-tile range. It is not enough. He does not hit hard AoE, and he is slow-mo. He works in slow motion. He now has a 3.5 second attack interval. He's a non-functioning unit. Can you make him work in certain situations? Undeniably, of course. Like, with good enough gear, anything will work. He can totally work on, like, the bottom lane for Gear Dungeon 2, Gearhead 5. He's a good shout there. He's a good lord for AoE Arena, but that's it. He's not a great lord. He's just like a good lord if you're running something fairly off meta. That's kind of it. And when you summon on a special ancient, you know I haven't even mentioned Cassiel yet. When you summon on a special ancient summoning banner, you're summoning for the lord. Unless it's Valara or something, you're summoning for the lord. And Cassiel, though he looks incredibly cool, is not Valara. Not even close. I actually find him fairly hard to use in a lot of boss content. He can deal a lot of damage, but he also kind of kills himself because he takes on so much damage from everyone else. He's like accepting their damage, and he's not tanky enough to do that. He's still an attack-based DPS, right? If they did something really fun with him where they gave him great multipliers, they made him HP-based, and then you could really lean into his strong, exceptionally strong stat pool, and also he'd be able to take the hits that he ends up taking by sharing damage, then you'd be fine. But frankly, no, right? Just it doesn't work with Cassiel. He's not bad, right? But you can see he takes 35% of damage taken by the ally 1-tile head. There are strategic things you can do. There are clever things people have figured out where you don't have people ahead of him. I guess not even that clever, but just, you know, slightly outside the box. The damage is good, but the damage just isn't that good. He's got a low-cost ult here. It goes down to 500, so you can kind of spam it. He can generate a lot of rage fast. I know Ronaldo had a cool video using him in Malric, showing off that he could just spam his ult over and over and over. That stuff is cool, but that stuff is not needed, and it's not even particularly viable for many places you'd want to use him. All in all, he's just like a pretty cool fighter. And in a game filled with many cool fighters, we don't seek out pretty cool fighters when it comes to spending the rarest summoning currency in the game in the form of the ancients. I mean, I guess divines are more rare, but when you talk about the quality and how hard it is to stockpile ancients, it's just not worth it. You know, I mean, look how many fighters are in this game. It's just endless. You know, when we have new fighter units like Ne Zha join the game, and he's just a normal guy compared to Cassiel, who is an ancient exclusive and super hard to get. And when you pull him, you could have pulled Valara or Sithra or, you know, Ardia, or the list goes on, Carnelian, Dirtsa, so on and so on. It's a big stinker. He's not bad at all. This is not me saying Cassiel's bad. And before you yell at me in the comments, yes, I know I haven't updated his tier ratings yet on my website. I just noticed that today. I did a review because I was like, oh, I'm going to make this Cassiel video. I wonder if his tier ratings are up to date. No, they're not. He's the only guy on the site right now, at least from my little audit, that didn't have ratings. So I'll try to get that done. Actually, I promise I'll get that done before his banner this weekend for people that want to refer to the website. But in general, I'd say with the current rating system, he's like an A to A+. With the future rating system, which I'm really hoping will come mid-October, it will start coming out. I have a whole video breaking down how I'm going to do it, and I have a whole stream where I already went over that with you guys if you want to dig that up and search my VODs. The new system, I'm going to be a lot less generous, giving everyone A's and S's, and I have like a definition for what each letter means in that system. He's probably like a B unit, I would say, which is pretty solid in that system, but that just goes to show you. He's just fine, and Elddr sucks. And just because you can make use out of him doesn't mean he doesn't suck. Every time you pull Elddr, you could have pulled Ingrid, you could have pulled Praetus, you could have pulled Nastia, you could have pulled Yovar, Cyrus. I mean, heck, you could have pulled Torador. The list goes on and on. He is just nothing. There's very little content he's stronger than King Hearts in, almost nothing. Like you would say, if you were using like a Valkyra DPS situation in Gear Dungeon 1, then I would probably prefer Elddr. However, if you have A1 Hearts, I would still prefer Hearts because you can manually get giant shields on Valkyra whenever you want them to give her the huge range and to give her wild damage. Outside of that, it really is just AoE Arena. And that's actually where I want to take this home, guys, because yes, some of the best characters in the game for everything are the Ancient exclusives. However, the main idea behind the Ancients, obviously, is for the game to make buckets of money, and they do that by making the meta in this game completely dominated by Ancient units, right? So let's just go last week's rankings, and let's see how many non-Ancient, non-exclusive units there are. None, one, none. Oh, actually one, Eirlys. So in this guy's 15 units, obviously there's some overlap team to team, but across his 3 teams, there's 2 units, Traylon and Eirlys, that are non-Ancient, and those are the supports, non-Ancient and non-exclusive, right? Because Kagiri, Wukong, Diao-Chen, they're all exclusive. Here we got none, and then Traylon and Eirlys. You get it, right? So let's scroll a little further down. You might be thinking, oh, that's just like the tippy top. Let's go to here, 392nd. Let's see. Let's click. Oh, it's the exact same team. I just clicked randomly. I mean, a couple little switches, but everything's still completely and utterly exclusive. So I say all this to make the point that these Ancient units, if they're pushing them and they're trying to get you guys to spend your hard-earned Ancient summons or your hard money spent for Ancient summons to then go use them here, you'd expect to see those guys' faces popping up, and you won't see that. There was a time where you'd see Elddr, popping his head around in the top 100. That was many, many moons ago. And it says something that now the meta is so narrowed that even all the way down here, you're not going to find him, even though technically he's better at AoE Arena than he used to be, because he used to just be a single target guy. You used him for his Lord skill to lord over like an Ardia and a Valkyra, for example, or maybe a Merit. But now it's nothing. I mean, it's all the same team. So this is a topic for another day. But I'm just saying, when they throw an Ancient exclusive banner at us and both units are completely and utterly absent from anywhere you could ever look on the leaderboard, I haven't pre-checked these. I just can confidently know, clicking on them, that there's no shot in heck. That guy's got no team available. Here you go. I mean, it's the same story every time. These units are, I mean, Elddr's bad, because he's very mediocre. The situation in which you pull him, hitting that exact same rarity bucket, you could have pulled such brilliant stuff the whole time. And then Cassiel's not nearly as bad as Elddr, but he's just not top at anything. There's nothing. Name one. There might be something I'm not thinking of. Is there something in GVG I don't know about? I can't think of one piece of content you need Cassiel for. He's got good BP. That's solid, but I mean, this banner is such a skip. It's crazy. So before I wrap up my concluding thoughts, I do want to do a quick word from a sponsor. This is going to be 30 seconds. You can skip ahead if you want, but I got to spread the Etheria restart good word. I know you've gotten a ton of Etheria stuff from me lately. This is going to be one of the last bits for a while, but I just have to share this stuff while it's relevant because they're giving away so much crazy stuff. We have these crazy rate up banners that are just ending today. I hope you saw my earlier content and you got on top of them. 2 of the couple best characters in the game. Plume has a very good argument for being the best one. They have the Global Fest event right now, the Hyperlink Gala. You can't see everything because I've already claimed it all, but just endless freebies, endless selector stuff, endless freebies, just phenomenal. And then right when this video is coming out into the next 3 weeks, we're getting 2 brand new legendary quality units, SSR units, coming on rate up on their own individual banners, and they are hard guaranteed at 80. They're going to be pretty dang fun. If we look over here, we've got Kokardi. He's showing up tomorrow. They're calling him the Aura Farmer. I just did a breakdown video on him. That should be coming out on my Etheria channel, Fasty Gotcha, link in the description, top and comment. That should be coming out maybe 2-3 hours after this video comes out on the channel you're watching now. And then I already have my video out on Mizusumi Aya. 2 very cool units coming to the game. Definitely check it out. If you want to start playing Etheria Restart, use my link in the description and the top pinned comment. Anyway, to give my conclusions on this banner, fight with me in the comments if you think you've got a good reason to pull on this banner. And I mean a friendly fight, but I'd love to hear arguments for that. I don't see a situation where anyone would be interested in this banner. I think Moonton probably knows that too. They have the analytics and they see who summons on what and which characters are the most used in the game and the most desired by the player base. I think they're actually doing us a favor and they're giving us a weekend off. So I'd say enjoy your weekend off. A lot of you still might be summoning for Eloin, and to that I say I wish you the very, very best of luck. I wanted to do a quick word on that. Actually, I'm going to save that for a video tomorrow. But we'll do another video on that tomorrow where I'll share my final thought on this banner. But basically, if you're going for Elwyn, good luck. And if you're going for Elddr and Cassiel, unless I'm missing something crazy, I think you're making a mistake. I think this is the most obvious skip banner we've had in a very, 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 very long time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I've been Fastidious. If you do like my stuff, please consider subscribing to the channel, share it with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.